Over-engineered and filled with history, a place where medieval castles and Gothic cathedrals rise from mountains and heavily populated city centers, hiding secrets and treasures beneath them. Winding roads bending tightly through dense forests in the mountains that you'd swear two cars couldn't possibly fit side by side. A highway with no speed limits and yet somehow is kept hidden from villages nestled within the hills. Fields of solar panels shimmers in the sunlight. Modern wind turbines spin above rugged peaks and scattered through the countryside. There are roads that feel purposely built for driving. Dirt meets tarmac in an instant, and then you're driving on cobblestone, and it makes you wonder, can I drive here? A place where the car culture brings every major automaker from around the world and every driver that wants to chase speed, endurance, and perfection. And since Forza never wants to give us exactly what we're asking for, let me tell you this. As someone visiting this incredible place, I think Forza Horizon 6 in Germany might just be the best Forza we've ever played, and one that sets the stage for future Horizon series games. I know that you all want Japan, but by the end of the video, I'm hoping that you'll be just as hyped as me if Forza is announced to be in Germany. My name's Kingdom. Welcome to Germany.
Deep in the heart of Germany's Eifel Mountains lies the Nürburgring. They call it the Green Hell. 13 miles, over 70 corners, blind crests, tight hairpins, and high-speed straights that test man and machine alike. It's where car companies prove their fastest creations and where drivers chase the ultimate adrenaline rush. From roaring GT3 races to record-shattering lap times, the Nürburgring is more than just a racetrack, it's a rite of passage. But when it comes to Forza, this track is a staple for motorsport. In the horizon, we always get our version of the circuit with the Goliath race. Now, after traveling a little bit in Germany, I'm here to tell you that the Nürburgring is great, but the real gem is warming the car up on the Autobahn and heading into the mountains, driving the local roads. This is why I think that Forza needs to keep the Horizon Festival to one location and have certain gas stations in the villages be event hubs. I don't know about you, but I feel that the Horizon Festivals around the map may take away from the aesthetics of the surrounding areas, and they rarely are used. You can accomplish the same thing with dealerships and gas stations. Use the Nürburgring as a playground for the festival. But the main reason I say this is because of the Autobahn. The Autobahn stretches over 8,000 miles and started back in the 1920s, growing fast in the 1930s, and today it's famous because of its big chunks that have no speed limits at all. On those sections, drivers can easily cruise at 130 to 160 miles per hour, and some cars push past 190 miles per hour if traffic even allows it. But it's not a total free-for-all. There's a recommended speed of about 81 miles per hour, and limits kick in near cities, construction zones, tunnels, or sharp curves, sometimes dropping to 50 miles per hour or less. Electronic signs often change limits based upon traffic or weather. The Autobahn is built for speed. The pavement is thicker and smoother than normal highways. Curves are designed to keep cars stable at high speeds, and safety systems like crash barriers and emergency lanes are everywhere. Tunnels are a part of the experience too. For example, there is a tunnel over 4 miles long and packed with ventilation, lighting, and fire and safety tech to keep high-speed traffic safe underground. So on the Autobahn, keep safe distances and watch for fast cars coming up behind you. They'll be flashing their headlights as a way of saying, move over. The Autobahn isn't just a road. It connects every town, village, and major city. And for Forza Horizon to do Germany right, they are going to have to go directly through the map, connecting everything together. I think the Autobahn will be perfect for this. And when I think of off-roading, I think that it would have to have limits, sections of the map, since Germany is so mountainous, but it would also make for great locations to have danger zones and PR stunts. Germany also has a lot of abandoned tunnels and ruins of castles, and I think they should be used for barn finds. Driving through the forest, totally lost on a path in the mountains just to find a car sounds pretty cool.
And now that I'm back home, I made a list of some things that we should talk about for Forza. There was an announcement made while I was on my trip that the motorsport division has been laid off. I do not believe that it was the entire division. I think that they laid off a few people and they moved people over to the Horizon division. But I don't want to look at this as a bad thing. I want to look at this as Horizon getting more resources. I do know that motorsport would have probably been a game that was played more if there was an open world aspect to it, since open world is the thing right now. With that being said, I think that they need to bring back game chat. Driving around and not being able to say what's up to somebody passing you, it seems kind of lame. They need to bring back game chat. They need to make it proximity chat. Just make it so that there's more interaction with the player base so that we can build community. And with that, it goes into making us a proper interface to where we can have teams. The teams that we are able to create now are through the Xbox platform. And I really don't like that. We can't upload our custom images, we can't share clips, we can't do anything on a community based, and if they would make it maybe so that we can integrate Discord, because I know that there are games out there that are on Xbox right now that are allowing us to integrate with Discord, or do something to make it to where we can just come together as a community, form teams, and be able to rep logos. And with repping logos, I'm talking about if we submit, make it so that we can submit an image, and then that image you can put into the game, and then we can then within our team share that image and be able to put it onto our cars, so that we can have logos and everything put in, and we don't have to spend hours or trying to find someone that's so good at the creation of the art in the game to create some 1,000-layer image in order to get our logo in the game. Because I have spent hours in the paint shop just to get my own logo in the game, and it is crazy how long it took me to do that, to get it to look right, and to make it work. I also believe that they need to have larger lobbies. We need to have more cars in the game, more player base in those lobbies driving around. It just would make it more immersive for everybody. And I think that what we're really asking for is this game to be new gen only. We can't cater to the older generation consoles because it's just holding back the game itself. Drift zones. Drift zones are great, but I wish that we had a way to select how we want those zones to interact within the lobby that we're in. Like, we should be able to have an interface where we can all click to see what we want to do with that zone, and what leaderboard we want to attach it to. Also make it so that we can have like a leaderboard just within our team. But I would like drift zones to be able to be turned into time attacks, so that we can also have an up and down when it comes to time attacks, speeds, and the rankings. And they gotta do a lot better when it comes to the ranks, because the amount of people that have hacked it and cheated to get their way to the top is just insane to me. I've been trying to find videos or somebody actually legitimately getting 13 million in a drift zone, when everybody that I know is reaching 2 mil, and there's been a few people that I found that actually hit 2.5 mil in a drift zone. But the 13 mil is crazy. The speeds that people are hitting doing glitches needs to be handled. I think that if you want to make this a proper game, you need to have a ranking system. And now that motorsport is gone, I think that you would be able to create more of an esports style team with this game, and actually enter that to make more revenue. There's teams that are being created within this game, and I think that there should be an opportunity for those teams to actually compete against each other, and that Forza needs to step it up and create something for us, because esports is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and I think that Forza is the game to get us into that. That's why I think that Germany creating a brand new platform for the Horizon series would be a good stepping stone, and start to figure out how it all is going to be handled and implemented, so that when they do want to do Japan, that they can do Japan correctly, and maybe give us more than what the maps we've been just getting with the Horizon games. The Germany, you're gonna have to do it pretty big. You're gonna have to give us a good sized map. You can't be giving us the maps that we have.
And I think that there should be a way that if you're a part of the same team, we can trade cars. We can send money to other players. I believe that they need to build more of an economy instead of us, uploading our tunes, and instead of us uploading our images that we create or our paint jobs. I think that what they need to do is actually let the creator base create worth, or what they think the worth is for the items that they've created, and the amount of time that they spent into creating the car. And that way, I believe it would benefit the people that are actually putting in the time and the effort in order to create things for the game, rather than you spending hours on something, getting 5 downloads on it, and those 5 downloads don't really give you enough credits for the time that you've actually spent in game creating this livery or tune or vinyl. And they need to make it way better, create a better space for the artists and creators of the game. They need to be way more thought about. Also, they need, if they're gonna give us clothes, they need to make us be able to use the character in the game. I'm not talking about like being able to just get out on the road and walk around or whatever like that, but what I'm maybe thinking that they could implement to where there's certain locations that we can pull over with our character and we can get out and walk around, and those locations be like parking garages, parking lots, gas stations, things like that, so that if we wanted to have car shows, we could have those, and we could walk around and actually have maybe a first-person view or a third-person view of looking at people's cars, actually making the clothes that we earn in the game being worth even having, because I could care less about what my guy looks like during a load screen. And load screens, honestly, I don't even know why we have them. It should just be throwing us into a game. I shouldn't have to click 6 buttons just to finally start my race when I wanted to start the race. The second that I clicked the start race, like join the map, I'm joining the map. It should be throwing me in the race or throwing me into the world that I'm in. I don't want to. Are you sure? Here's a load screen. Let's ask you this question again. Like it gets to the point where it's very annoying. And that gets to being able to get around the menu and do things that you want to do. They got to make that extremely easier, because just trying to get a clip to put it on social media and to be able to record, it's ridiculous. Maybe figure out a way that we can get like a debug camera and we can follow ourselves around or something like that. Or like my car drives, and then I can click download replay, and then I can click through a bunch of different things and do that. But it needs to be in the open world. It doesn't need to be just me in a match and setting it up and hitting rewind and then replay. Like that's entirely too much just to get a clip. It's crazy to me that we don't even have a free roam drone mode for our replays, so that we can actually position the camera exactly where we want it. Like, if you want these games to be successful, I'm very adamant that the creators on social medias are the ones that are creating the hype daily for these games and keeping games alive. If it wasn't for the creators, I do not think that games would get the amount of promotion that they do, and that Forza and Xbox needs to put some money into creators that are actually passionate about it, and sponsor them and have them make daily content and actually have them interact. Because, as somebody that comes from the Rust community and looking at the Rust creators, those guys that are creating are actually in there, one-on-one, giving their feelings on how the game should go and what the game should be done, and they're actually listening to that feedback. And there's been pretty much proof and instances within creators on YouTube and other social medias, proving that what they've stated has helped with the feedback of the game and was actually implemented or changed in the game of Rust. So when it comes to Forza, I think that they need to step it up and create that type of community so that, if there are bugs, if there are cheats, if there are things that are getting put out there, that they get fixed right away, because they do not get fixed. But other than that, the game that we have right now, I feel is an old gen game, and with the capabilities and what we've seen with newer gen games and with Xbox getting Steam, the games are going to have to compete on a PC level. And I think that us getting Forza Horizon 6 in 2026 is pretty much letting us know that they are going to push towards that next gen level, because there's going to be another Xbox that drops by then. GTA 6 is going to come out. The driving in GTA 6, it might be up to par with Forza. We don't know that. But it's going to have to be stepped up drastically in order to compete within the next year with everything that's going on. And I think that when it comes to the game, we need to have more player-based interactions. We need to have garages that we can, put our top 5 cars in. We can invite people into the homes that we have. We can walk around in the homes and we can show them our cars. I think that they should have empty picture frames around houses, to when we take pictures of our cars, we can actually put them out to view. Because it's no point I'm taking pictures of my cars and I'm loading them into my Xbox and holding them onto whatever saved file that I'm using, and they're just sitting there useless. I'm taking up space, and there needs to be more of a use for them. But besides all the bad that the game needs to fix, I think that Germany might be the step that this game should take in order to make everything right. So if we could get back to that open world, community-based game that Forza Horizon once was, I think that we would have one of the best Forzas that we've ever played, because I can remember when Forza had game chat and every lobby was filled every single night. Everybody was figuring out a way to communicate with each other and get on the game at what time. It was something that brought us all together. And now that there is no game chat and we don't have that, the game is just feels like I'm getting onto something that is dead, and me being able to see somebody and the only communication I get is trolling and them hitting my car is not. So Forza, let's go to Germany. Let's create a brand new community. Let's get over the hump that there is no more motorsport. The player base is ready for the next Horizon. Let's make it a good game. Bring back game chat. No, but for real, let's build a community so that this game can stay around for generations to come. My name's Kingdom. Leave a comment, leave a like, and I hope that you subscribe, because there's going to be more videos to come, and I'm playing more games than just for Forza.